Obviously, a lot of reasons to anticipate this series. Just the rivalry, the competitiveness of both of your teams in the conference, postseason implications, all that. Just what's your level of excitement for getting out there and taking these guys on this weekend?
It's the same game. We're going to go in there, do our thing, play our game, and not too much to think about with that. Yeah.
Waz talks a lot about you have a relatively young group. Do you think that can help you guys to just kind of block all that stuff out and just kind of focus on the game rather than the implications?
Yeah, I think when you haven't been here for a very long time, you don't really understand the full rivalry yet. You don't get it, but going up there is obviously tough. There's going to be 5,000 people rooting against us. I don't think we're going to see many green shirts in the stands, so it'll be all right. We'll just keep our heads down and play our game. We should be fine.
You guys have done a good job of creating a pretty hostile environment for yourselves at home, though, too. Do you think you'll have maybe a better sense than some past Oregon teams might have for what playing in an environment like that is like?
Yeah, definitely. Our team is pretty level-headed. We don't seem to get too gooned out about stuff like that, so we should be in a good spot.
Do you look forward to moments like that where it is a hostile crowd and, like you said, there's no Oregon fans there?
Yeah, it makes the game fun. Get the adrenaline going. Something more to play for. It's love hearing a silent crowd and in the opposing field, so it's pretty sweet.
What's it like at the plate right now? You're mashing baseballs.
Yeah, just sticking my approach, getting good pitches to hit, and then putting good swings on balls. It's all I can really do.
Do you and Mason, who's also a notorious long ball hitter, do you guys kind of compare notes at all, like when you're going up there together?
Not so much. We kind of have our own things going on, our own approaches, and the most important part is I think just sticking to what works for us.
You guys, the offense in total, the last week has been really clicking. Whether it started with Gonzaga and obviously against Stanford. I know you lost 2 or 3 of them. You guys still hit the crap out of the ball. Just how do you feel like the offense is clicking right about now with this lineup?
Yeah, we've been rolling. We've been taking good at bats, putting good swings on balls, and it's been working. So we're looking to keep that going.
Got that National Hitter of the Week award under your belt now. How'd that feel? Finding out that news?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was a good text. Good text to get. Yeah.
You just got a text from Waz. You got it from Todd over here.
Yeah. We were at the field yesterday, and Waz just sent a congrats, and I was like, for what? He told me what it was, but yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Do you get a plaque or anything? They send you anything in the mail for it?
I have no idea. Okay. Yeah.
This Oregon State series, just what is this? Obviously the last one in the Pac-12 between you two. Just what is the importance of that going into this as somebody who's been there for the last 3 years?
Yeah, it's. I want this one. It's been a few years since we took a series. I haven't taken one yet, so I want to win this one this year. Yeah.
How do you feel like you guys are just playing going into this? I know this Stanford series as well, but before that, you guys hadn't lost a Pac-12 series. Just how do you feel like the team is? How do you feel like they're doing overall going into this?
Good. We're going to play our game. Coaches are going to put the best guys out there, and I think when we can do that, we'll be in a good spot to win.
Just said that, it shows that you guys can basically win just about any game that you go into, but there's been those inconsistencies throughout series. What do you feel like is the key to sort of turning that around to be that consistent team that you guys need to be?
Just playing our game, doing things right, and, making good pitches, having good at-bats, and when everyone can do that, as an overall group, we do pretty well. So.
Do you feel like you've identified the reason for those inconsistencies showing up in play?
Yeah, it's just we weren't making good pitches and weren't having good at-bats. And so when we can do that, we'll be all right.
Well, let's talk about how some of your young guys are starting to get at-bat totals where just historically you start to see, okay, now they're not kind of new guys anymore. They've got some experience under their belt. Are you sensing some maturation from some of your younger guys? Are they starting to have a little bit more of a veteran presence, knowing what to expect, things like that?
Yeah. Maddox Malone, it looks like it's his 7th year out there playing. He's been incredible lately. So it's great to see that. And, our jobs as older guys are to help him. The game's going to adjust to him, and we're going to help him adjust to the game. So pretty much just, it's an everyday thing, and trying to teach the young guys that, like, we're doing well now, and it's going to change, and you got to change with it. So that's a big part of moving forward and, making playoff baseball and winning. And, yeah.
What's it like seeing Maddox perform at this level as a true freshman? Because you did that 2 years ago when you were a true freshman. You were pretty darn good yourself.
He's special. Him in that middle infield in the next few years is going to be incredible. Maddox and Ryan, you don't see that. I haven't seen that really much since I've been here, and it's awesome to see because those dudes are hardest working dudes. You got to pull them off the field, pull them out of the cage, and I'm really excited for them moving forward.
How would you describe the dynamic between them? Because they're kind of competing for at bats, reps, ostensibly, but they seem like they're really close. It seems like a really healthy competition. What's your perspective on the relationship between those two?
Yeah, I don't know if it's as much a competition as it's a I'm going to help him out and he's helping me out. They're roommates, always together. I think that's part of the reason to why moving forward, I think they're going to be, their development is going to be so good because they're always together, always getting better, and it's fun to see. It's yeah.
You given any consideration in the draft process yet, or is that an after the season thing?
Yeah, it's an after the season deal. Just here to win ball games now, so it's kind of out of sight, out of mind, real. It's we're about winning Oregon State this weekend. Yeah.
Hey Jacob, you guys are no stranger to nationally televised games, obviously with the tournament run last year, but I saw you guys have a game on ESPN2, game 2 of the series. Do you guys see that as an opportunity to make an extra statement or get some extra eyes? Or
it's actually the first I'm hearing about that. But, it's a baseball game. Cameras don't really do anything, other than show people around what we're playing like. So that doesn't really affect much. No, I don't think so.
How much throughout the week does the coaching staff, do they at all sort of hype up the rivalry and beating this team for the implications, or is it kind of just another week?
At the end of the day, we're going to go out there on Friday and play baseball. It's no different than any other team, and that's how we kind of go about it. I think, psyching yourself out doesn't really do much for you, because at the end of the day, if we perform and we do things right, then we'll be in good hands. So, yeah, it's nothing really like that.